Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Owens, and this is another episode of Behind the Unicorn. Be sure to like, share, comment, and ring the bell. Today we have an extremely special guest. I think I said that to the last guest too. Shanelle Riccio. Shanelle, thanks for coming. Or wait, you're not here.
Thanks for having me.
You're not even here.
I know, nothing's making me sadder because I was like, I want to be in that studio.
You did say you wanted to come.
I said that. I was like, I want to be there.
Yeah. I'm excited. This is grateful, excited, humbled, all of those words. We've done a little bit of work for you. I'm grateful for that as well. And I think that's how we've actually ended up on the Behind the Unicorn show. So
yeah, I'm pretty psyched to be here. Thanks for having me. Love the show. Love the setup. I think it's a great idea and like absolutely something I would like. I consume. I listen to it.
Awesome.
I'm a fan. I'm an early fan.
Thank you. Did you hear that, Ryan?
I'm an early subscriber.
An early subscriber. We're up to like 33, I think.
There you go. I'm on.
You're up to, I think, over 45,000.
Just a little over 45. Yeah.
I might have looked today. I didn't want to, date us, but, it'll be like
it's
over 100,000.
It's good. Yeah. Because by the time this airs, we'll have even more. It'll be great.
Yep. All right. So where do you live at?
Right now, I am in scorching hot Los Angeles, California.
Okay. Cool. Born and raised there?
No, I'm a lifelong New York gal. Don't know if you knew that. Maybe you did.
I did.
You knew that. Come on, look at this vibe. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, and I only just moved to LA like a year and a half to 2 years ago almost. It'll be 2 years in the winter.
Okay.
And it is different.
Really?
Different.
What's so different?
Everything. Shockingly, the landscape of it all, like the mountains and the palm trees, the greenery is like, it's like shocking. Just growing up on the East Coast, knowing like evergreens and really green lawns because it rains there.
Yeah.
No rain here. So everything's like dusty, but the mountains are pretty insane. I did not grow up around mountains.
Are you hiking now?
I'm starting to hike. I'm becoming a hiking babe.
Because you have to. You're in the mountains.
You do. You really do. It's like a great form of exercise. And I let my friends drag me. They're like, oh, we're going on a hike this week. I'm like, okay, yeah. I guess I'm coming.
Cool. I guess you guys can drag me again. This is going to be...
I have like a once a week policy, but it's just my own personal policy.
Yeah. You got to let your skin heal.
I got to let everything heal. Oh my gosh. The sun here is kind of crazy. That's pretty nuts.
Oklahoma has a lot of crazy weather too. We have tornadoes, hail. We get a lot of just crazy wind, and it can be sunny and snowing. I mean, it's just a little crazy, the weather here, but we get a little bit of everything.
That's probably number one thing I miss about New York is change. Like at least the weather would change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. It changes
here
too.
It's just the same. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's like 72 all day, every day.
We have seasons change, and sometimes they don't change when they're, when people say they're supposed to, but that's just out of their control. So, why'd you move to LA?
Oof. I moved to LA because I have some Hollywood dreams.
Okay.
I mean, I've wanted to act since I was a kid. I'm an actor first. That's kind of how I came to like my favorite things in the world, which are movies, performance, directing, actor first. Always tell myself in Hollywood. I would hear the stories of like Emma Stone making a PowerPoint presentation to beg her parents to go to LA, and I would do that. I would do that all the time. I'd be like, please take me to Hollywood.
You did that.
Oh my God. I begged my parents to take me to LA yearly. My whole childhood.
What made you want to do that?
Move to LA?
No, I mean, like, why do you think you want to act? Why do you think?
The folklore, the story goes, I was a really shy kid. I was like super shy, couldn't talk to anybody. Mm-hmm. I would use my mom to talk for me. I would like whisper in her ear. She would talk for me.
Morse code.
So bizarre.
Kind
of weird, right? Yeah. And I remember I saw my best friend do a musical in my elementary school. They did Wizard of Oz. And
it's my wife's favorite movie.
I mean, speaking of tornadoes, right?
Yeah, right.
And I saw her in the musical and I was like, I want to do that. I remember it, like the memory is so clear in my head. I was like, I want to do that. And my mom was like, are you sure? Because you can't you can't even talk to me. Like you're going to go do a play. And my mom helped me learn the next year, the audition for the next year's show, which was going to be Willy Wonka.
Okay.
And I got cast as a grandma, and the rest is history.
Okay. So
it was seeing a live production of Wizard of Oz. I was like, that's it.
Okay. That's awesome.
That's it.
Yeah. What have you done lately, or what are you working on?
Right now, YouTube is taking up all of my time. Acting has sort of taken a bit of a back seat. I'm excited to get back into it. I'm going to get back into some stand-up. So I'm working on stand-up right now.
Okay.
Stand-up comedy. I wrote like a new act, and we'll take it out there and see if the people like it.
Okay.
And I'm always writing.
Where will that be at? Do you know? No.
Local to LA.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, you never know. So I'm glad we got to have you on here before you hit it big.
Lucky you.
Or what can I say?
You guys are super lucky.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, hopefully you don't forget about us. Don't forget me and Ryan. And,
I would never.
Yeah, we'll come visit you.
Come through. We're friends now. We're bonded.
Yeah. What's your favorite food in New York?
That's intense. That's an intense question for an Italian girl from New York. So we're just going to have to go ahead and say pizza for sure.
Yeah.
Because you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere and it's great.
Yep.
Yeah. I had some friends that had
thin New York style pizza.
Thin New York style pizza. Yeah. I don't mess with anything else.
Yeah.
I had friends that had a pizza club in New York, and we would like go and try different spots, and it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brick oven, thin crust, New York style.
You want one slice? Throw it in. Here you go. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
You want a slice? I can like.
You want a slice?
I can see it. That's what the guy does. You want a slice? And he's like all sweaty. Oh, I miss it. I miss New York.
Less sweat. Favorite food in California?
Oh my God. Mexican.
Really?
I mean. Oh yeah.
Like authentic or Tex-Mex? I don't know. Or do you know the difference?
I like authentic. Just like the tacos with just like the meat and the onion and cilantro or something. And then there are some places here that give you like a cup of like broth and you dip it. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Okay.
And I'm just like a burrito girl. If I'm starving, I want a burrito. I want a burrito that weighs a pound, like at least minimum.
Yeah, you can just eat on it all day.
2 meals. You get 2 meals out of it.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I love a burrito.
I thought you were going to say California Club.
California Club?
I'm just joking. Never mind. It's a type of sandwich.
I was like, what is that?
Yeah. Have you never had a California Club?
What, is it like grilled chicken or something?
No, it's a sandwich. It's like turkey, it's bacon, it's avocado, it's bean sprouts, and it's on like a hoagie bun. Or like a hoagie, like Subway, or what kind of bread is it, Ryan? Not like like a hoagie. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's good. I'll take a picture and send you one.
I see, all of that sounds amazing, and then you say sprouts, and I'm like, is that what makes it California?
Yeah, that's how you get it. That's how you get E. coli. I don't know. It always seems like, oh yeah, I think another E. coli breakout with sprouts. Yeah, bean
I'm kind
sprouts.
of like, I'm out on the sprouts. Yeah. That's where I leave.
I always hear like in the news, like you can get E. coli from bean sprouts and another epidemic of peanut butter E. coli. You ever heard that one?
Oh no.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of like lettuce, like it gets on the like produce. I'm like, good thing I'm not eating iceberg.
Yeah.
We're lucky. Keeping me safe.
All right. Before we get a little any farther, before we go any more. We're going to say thank you to Allied Medical Marketing for being our sponsor. Thanks to Allied Medical Marketing, or we could not be doing this episode. Thank you, guys.
We're helping hospitals, clinics, and doctors train their staff and turn patient education into marketing. It's time to start letting your patients meet their physician before they meet their physician with Allied Medical Marketing.
Thanks, Ally.
You got it.
Should I say one too?
Yeah. What you got? Oh, Ally.
Thanks, Ally Medical Marketing. You guys are the best.
Cha-ching.
What
makes you a unicorn?
Oh man. That's the question.
That's the question of every show.
That is like the question.
Yeah, it's Ryan's fault, but...
Ryan, I hate you, man. What makes me a unicorn? Oh, that's tough. I just think that I've had this kind of idea of what I've wanted from a really young age. Mm-hmm. And it's that like that combo of like ambition and passion that kind of, just like drives me. So I feel like I'm just able to kind of see, roughly what's next for me and just like attack it. And I think that's pretty cool. It's something I've been pretty proud of, just like kind of laser focusing on an idea and being like, why not? Let's go for it. Let's try. At least try,
Yeah. So, I mean, I can kind of speak to it. Do you have any other answers?
For what makes me a unicorn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I mean, feed it to me. Tell me. Well,
so I didn't know about you until Ryan told me about you. And, you're online, right? You're online on YouTube. Yeah. And so what's your YouTube channel about?
YouTube channel is a reaction and commentary channel. It's this fun little corner of the internet that I started to see. It's always been around, but I saw it cropping up a lot during the pandemic. I think people were like looking for connection. Yeah. And so I have a reaction and commentary channel on YouTube. I watch full movies, give my comments all the way through. I say I like to chit chat through the movies. And then I've been editing them together and putting up like a shorter cut on YouTube for people to enjoy. It's been cool.
Do you talk a lot in movies typically?
No, that's big. I go to the movies alone because I don't like when anybody talks to me because I lose focus.
Yeah, that's a contradiction.
So, it's wild. But when I'm doing a commentary, it's my job to talk. Yeah, it is your job
for sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think because I know a little bit of your story and I already did know that you were in California. I know that you used to live in New York. So I think you're a unicorn. Just to kind of know your story, that you started the YouTube channel during the pandemic, right? Was it because of the pandemic?
Yeah. I, like many people, lost my job during the pandemic. It just like completely, like March 13th, 2020 for New York City was like dead day. Mm-hmm. And it's bizarre. Like everyone has a story from that day. Yeah. It was the last day they went to work. It was the last day they went into their office. And it was weird. And I found myself back in my parents' house, doing what everyone else was doing, making banana bread, living with my sisters again, which was cool. Living with my mom and dad again, which was cool. Yep. And I was like, month 1, this is fun. Month 2, I was like, okay. By May, June 2020, I was like, what would I do if I had unlimited time, like right now?
Right.
And I was like, I would start a YouTube reaction channel. Like I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You have a great personality. You're positive. You always go get what you want. You're fun to listen to. Obviously, you have a pretty good following. But you're doing something right? And that's what this show's about. What do you think you're doing right?
That's cool. Yeah, you're right. I
want to start a YouTube channel. And okay, I did. And look, you have a huge following. You're doing something right.
It's interesting. I was trying so hard in the beginning. It was like, oh, please let this pop off. Like, please let this pop off. And what was happening was you got to listen. You have to listen to the feedback. You have to listen to what people like, what they're gravitating towards. And my first few videos, to actually get some attention, people were like, oh, I really like your movie speak. I really like that you can speak to the movies sort of like a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the thing I would have to hide from the channel. I saw reactors and they're just doing a lot of like shocked faces and they're crying and they're being happy. But I saw that I had like a unique spin on it. I worked in the industry before and I've been on sets and I've done a bunch of jobs on set. And I just was like, okay, the thing that people are gravitating towards is the filmmaker speak. And once I doubled down on that and I added, I do a fun trivia section at the end of my videos. We go on Internet Movie Database and we look up some trivia. Yep. once I listened to the feedback from what people were really gravitating towards, which is interestingly the thing I was going to erase from my personality,
Yep.
things clicked into place. And it was like, you're unique. You're different. You're not just like any of the other reactors.
Yep.
And that was really cool. It was definitely a cool
I hear that in business a lot, nobody can, like, you do video production, you do all these things, or you guys do this, but like no one does it like you, right? We're all just so different. Nobody does it like you. And so
exactly,
if you can focus on that and go, you know what, this market's saturated, but no one does it like me. Let's go give them my flavor. And sometimes people just want a different flavor. There's a lot of vanillas out there, So
yeah, that's my biggest takeaway and my biggest advice for like those who want to start YouTube channels or podcasts. Everyone's like, oh, there's a million of that. It's like, there's not. Yours isn't out there.
Yeah.
And that can't be the reason that you don't try or put yourself out there. Because I was like, oh my gosh, the funny thing is there's like 1,000 more reactors than when I started. But when I started, I was like, there's too many reactors. This is never going to happen. Like, this isn't going to happen for me. And it's like, now there is like so many more.
Who is your biggest supporter?
Oof, myself.
Okay. Who was your biggest non-support?
My family had a hard time early on. They were like, you're doing what now? What? But no, my friends were super supportive. They loved it right away. They were like, this is so you. This is so funny. Like, you need to stick with this. And one of my best friends in Chicago, she watched every one of my early videos start to finish. Yeah. And last summer when I hit 20K, she sent me cupcakes. Like, it's been really nice. Yeah, people have been supportive. Yeah.
What's your favorite movie? How many movies do you have reactions on? I didn't look right now as of today. Doesn't matter.
I think it's like 100 and something, maybe like 110.
Okay, yeah, not very many.
Just not too many.
That's a lot of editing. Wow. That's a lot of editing hours, right? That's what people forget. That's what people don't know. They don't know what it takes to do that.
I'm drowning.
She's got cameras, she's got cords, she's got audio, she's got to worry about someone knocking on her door. You
guys have no idea. There's a lot going on right now.
There's a lot going back right here too.
Yeah, that's why it looks so good. Yeah. I mean, okay. When it comes to favorite movie ever, I think I have to go with something because, like, I'll sit here all day and argue that The Godfather is the greatest movie ever made.
I'm sorry. I already know this. It's The Wizard of Oz. Next question.
No. I want to change it.
No.
I want to change it. Okay. No, that's not my favorite movie. The Wizard of Oz is my favorite, show.
Yeah, that's why you want to get into acting.
I have to qualify that, I think your favorite movie should be your favorite experience. Like, what were you doing when you were there? A big thing on my channel is I always end every video by saying, comment down below, let me know where were you when you saw this movie for the first time? What were you doing? Where'd you go? And people love to tell the story of when they saw Star Wars for the first time because it blew their minds. Yeah. So my favorite movie, stick with me here, is Superbad.
Oh, yeah, I like that one, meow.
Because, I was 15 or I don't even know. And
I guess that was Super Troopers. I was doing the wrong one. Super Troopers.
Yeah, you're doing the wrong impressions.
Yeah, all right. Sorry, Superbad.
Sorry.
Yeah, wrong one.
Seth Rogen. It was just the funniest movie that hit right at the right time. I'm a teenager. I'm with my friends at the movies. We cry laughed. We just sobbed with laughter. And I think it's a movie that kind of starts really crass and crude and you're like, is this, is this for me? And it ends with so much heart. It's a story about friends. It's a story about two friends. Yeah. So I am obsessed with Superbad.
Superbad, that is a good one. Have you seen that one, Ryan? Oh, yeah. He says,
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. The liquor store where they buy the liquor is local. It's right near me.
Okay.
So hit them up.
In California?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very, very small strip mall. So
do they sell they should sell a super bad brand or something?
They have McLovin's. Oh, I don't have it. They have McLovin's ID in the window.
Yeah.
The McLovin ID card. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Least favorite.
Oh, man.
Least favorite movie. Where you had the worst time based off of your previous answer?
My dad and I have this really funny story that we both hated this movie. I don't even know if you're going to know it. It's called Aragon.
Yeah, I just watched that last night.
Sorry. It's a movie about a dragon. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's a great movie. I'm sure if you read the book, it's fine. We were so not in the headspace for that movie that we contemplated walking out. And now to this day, my dad will like look me in the eye and do like an accent from the movie. And he'll be like, Aragon, no. And we were just like reminded of how much we hated that.
Sounds familiar. I mean, just that example.
The dragon?
Yeah, it was.
It's based on a book. Like it was young adult fiction. It should have been right up my alley. I think like your headspace can really affect if you like a movie or not. You know,
sure. Yeah, you crying baby in the audience, whatever. Right.
Yeah, I think it could really mess with it. So I want to apologize to Aragon and community, who loves Aragon, and I also want to say, which I always say on my channel, movies are miracles. Okay, guys, it's very hard to make one.
That takes a lot.
It's very hard to make one, and I would never want to like dump on someone's art. Mm-hmm. So I can just tell you that my dad and I were were in a bad mood the day we saw Aragon.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
I'm sticking with that.
So in the Never-Ending Story, I swear they yell Aragon at least once. I don't know.
You think so?
Probably not, but that's how I remember it.
Now I'm gonna go deep dive on Aragon.
They yell
Aragon.
They yell something like that. Probably it was like, hold on. It wasn't.
Yeah, it's whatever the dragon's name is.
Hold on. What movie do you wish you would have been able to act in that's already out?
Okay, a couple years ago, this movie called Booksmart, directed by Olivia Wilde. Mm-hmm. There's the lead role, Molly. And it's played by Beanie Feldstein, and she does an excellent job. But I want to be Molly. I feel like that was my role. That was the part that was meant for me, truly. She's like straight A student who realizes on the last day of school that she missed out on partying. So her and her best friend, they go and they try to find an epic party. And I was like, yeah, so you like that wouldn't be a stretch for me.
You like the party movies.
I guess I do.
Yeah.
Superbad, Booksmart.
Yeah.
Take me from A to B and make B a party.
Yeah. No, I like a lot of party movies too. Like Dazed and Confused, that was a good one for me.
Yeah. I like high school movies.
Biodome. Oh, you ever seen that one? Never seen it. You gotta watch that. Yeah, I like a lot of Dazed and Confused. Did I say that one?
Did you just say that one?
I don't know. Yeah. I forgot, Dazed. Man. I forgot.
Dazed. Oh, I thought you said you didn't say Fast Times, but that's not a party movie. I really like high school movies. I don't know why I have such like a soft spot for a high school movie. I love high school movies. I'll go see them.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. All of the filming is going to be a whole different beast, right? I bet after you get through making your stuff on YouTube, you're like, oh my gosh, to make a movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that space now. I'm writing. I want to make a movie one day. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yikes. This is going to be not easy. This is going to be tough.
I haven't told Ryan this, but I think we need to make a movie that only occurs at a video podcast table, and that's it.
Cheap. Real cheap movie.
Really cheap. But if the storyline is there, it could be.
No, of course.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm talking budget. I'm talking as a producer. Yeah. I mean, you can make that real on the cheap. Yeah. That's Clerks.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Clerks?
Yep. I have.
He had a convenience store and he said, let's do it.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. He worked at that convenience store and made a deal with the owner to shoot nights. Oh, wow. So he shot through the night for however many nights.
That's
2 weeks. Cool. I think it's really inspiring. It's very cool.
I feel like the most creative we can do almost anything here, right? And you can you can go do anything that you want to do if you set your mind to it and you make a plan. But like once you box me in, then I know how creative I gotta get.
Right? Exactly right.
Yeah. You have no money. Right. Okay, how are we doing this? Right? So,
exactly.
Yeah. So
Sometimes I really, I just found a movie like Clerks or Kevin Smith in general. I find it so inspiring because he's like, what do I got? How much money do I have? They shot it in black and white so they didn't have to worry about lighting. It's the coolest. It's so cool. And it's like, it doesn't have to be the movie. It just has to be something you make. It's a movie that you made. Yeah.
And it's something to get you noticed, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's definitely really cool. It's made me think about iPhone filmmaking, which is happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's happening. Yeah.
Speaking of happening, you play music.
I play music.
You're a musician. No? Yeah.
I would say this is what I tell people. I'm a campfire guitarist.
Okay. Because
I play chords around the campfire for people to sing to.
Okay.
And that's that.
They have to sing.
We do the crowd pleasers.
Okay. So will you ever incorporate that into some of your comedy show?
I don't know if you know this. I had a solo show in New York City. I did a one-woman show where I wrote an hour, and I want to resurrect that. I want to bring it back. I want to put it up in LA, and I want to write some funny songs for it. So that's kind of what I'm starting to do.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's like the very beginning stages.
You're going to make an original lunch lady song.
Hey.
Or whatever, man. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You can do
some of my favorite bits, if you guys are SNL fans, those music videos that they do to me, they're so funny. Yeah. So
I totally agree.
That'd be my dream.
But we won't see you on Saturday Night Live. We talked about that before.
I don't have the vision right now. Maybe.
I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
Hit me up, buddy.
I know you can. Yeah. You would go if they said, hey, Shanelle, we need you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't. So don't forget that. Saturday Night Live. Reach out to Shanelle.
Oh, if they called,
it's going to happen tomorrow. There. Whenever this goes out, I'll probably call you because of it.
I'm open. Okay, I want to put that out there. Come find me, Lauren Michaels.
Do you have any business hacks for our audience at all? Business hacks.
Definitely what I said earlier, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're getting into something saturated, do not be afraid of the thing that makes you different. I thought I had to be like every other reactor, and I was kind of panicking when some filmmaker lingo would sneak through, and it was the exact reason people came to my channel. And I had a friend early on say, I'm kind of concerned that you're, doing too much technical speak. And, it's a fair note from a friend, but ultimately that hurts you. Like you lean into what you are.
Right.
You owe that to yourself, and you owe it to your audience big time. And I know it's not what you want to hear. Like, I can't promise money is going to start pouring in or whatever, because we're talking business, but people will gravitate towards you for what you are, not for what you're not. So,
okay.
That's pretty big for me.
Yeah. So these are all kind of closely related, but life hacks. You got a life hack? Life hack versus a business hack?
My life hack has been pretty recent, but it's been pretty game changing. Getting up early. I'm not the first person to say that, but getting up early has been amazing for me. I start the day with no phone. I read, and I don't put any pressure on how long, just like a chapter. And I've been doing like 5-minute meditations. I can't put any more pressure on myself. Yep. If it turns into a 10-minute meditation, great, Right. But, and then, 5-minute meditation and then some movement. I'm a really big proponent of exercise, working out, whatever it is, running, walking, gym. Yeah. I'm a big fan of movement, baby.
Yeah. I can agree with everything that you just said. This morning.
Can agree?
No, I can. I do.
Okay, good.
I do. I back you up on that. This morning, got up. I'm not a big prayer, but I more of a spiritual, like higher power kind of deal. And
that's me. That's exactly right. Me too.
And then a little meditation, 7.25 mile bike ride, and I caught a bass fish this morning. So and then I went to work.
That's a perfect morning.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's just Wednesday.
That's a really good
Wednesday.
Morning.
Yeah. So I do that a couple of times a week, if not like every day.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Every day would be great, but sometimes it just doesn't happen and it can't happen every day. Yep. I joke with people that I love adrenaline, like I'm obsessed. And if I could start every morning on a roller coaster, I would.
Ugh.
Just to start the day.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
But my friends are like, you can just like take a cold shower, girl. I'm like, okay.
True.
Same thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Just turn the water cold.
Yeah. So adrenaline wise, do you like scary movies?
Yes.
Because of that? Because of the adrenaline? Or
love. I'm obsessed.
I hate scary movies.
I want to be so scared. It's really tough to scare me. You kind of can't. I love.
You like
being
that
scared.
fight or flight feeling?
Yeah, I'm obsessed.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but like if give me a mountain bike trail. I want to go do that. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's really good. Yeah.
But or catching the fish, whatever.
Well, that feels good. That's just accomplishment. It's beautiful.
Right.
That's cool.
The last scary movie I watched was Strangers. Have you seen that one?
I've seen that one. I've seen that one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
With the masks?
Yes. Like the end of the movie is, I can't tell everyone, can I?
Are you going to spoil it? You're going to have to say spoilers.
Spoiler. Why did you do this? Because you were home. You're like, what? No.
I know. Those are my favorite scary movies.
Yeah.
They're my favorite because they can actually happen. And that flips me out.
That's why I don't like them, because that makes me not trust you standing next to me. That's why we had to do this by computer.
Yeah. I'm untrustworthy. I'm very tall. I'm super strong. I can just give me a weapon. You're down.
What keeps you up at night? And maybe I'll rephrase this because
what keeps me up at night?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Well, so how about this? Nothing keeps me up at night. Like I don't go, oh my God, I can't go to sleep. I lay down, I fall asleep, I'm out. But something that's on my mind. But if it keeps you up, what is it? It's a scary movie you're watching. It's a scary movie you're watching.
No, everything keeps me up at night. Like, am I on the right
busy mind
path? Yeah, I have a busy mind. It's not very quiet up here. It's a lot of stuff like, am I on the right path? Is I doing what I'm meant to do? I still want to act, like to bring it all home. I still want to be in movies and on TV. And it's like, oh, am I letting... Balance is so hard for everybody. It's so hard for me. So it's like, am I letting YouTube become, the top priority when I really want to act? I really want to write. I really want to make movies.
Right.
So I guess we'll call it like ambition overload.
Yeah.
Too many projects.
I don't do this all the time, but I'll share this with you. Do you ever write anything at night? Right. Like journal kind of thing?
No.
So
I
try
write
this
in
tonight.
the mornings.
Right. One thing you're thankful for, one thing that didn't go well. And then there's probably something else. I know there is. One thing you're grateful for. Oh, one good thing, one bad thing that happened that day. Cool. And then what you're thankful for, and you'll feel better, I promise. You'll be like, oh, okay. It's just 3 things. Maybe
that's better for at night to calm me down. Because I write gratitude in the mornings, but by nighttime you forget what you're thankful for.
Yeah, you forget that you actually made some headway.
Yeah, you forget that the day was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
You did your best.
But what I like is like one good thing and then like one bad thing. You write down the one bad thing or whatever. Like what is the one that you would actually put down? And you're like, it kind of like lets you let it go. So you don't think about it as much. So there's my life hack for you today that I use, but I don't use as often as I should. I should use it every day.
I'm going to take notes. Got it.
Everything keeps her up at night.
You have no idea how noisy this place is.
Sounds like Machine Gun Kelly.
Great guy, good actor. He's actually a great actor.
Really? I've seen him in concert before.
Jealous.
His stuff is catching on. I didn't like it when I didn't like it when I first heard him. I was like, "What is this?" And then it's kind of caught on. You don't always have to like everything you hear the first time, but yeah, you had to sit with it. I like Fall Out Boy better. Sorry.
Awesome. You're like, I'm so sorry for my tastes. He's good.
One or two things you think our viewers just should know? Anything like that? These are, like I said, closely related.
Yeah, one or two things the viewers should know. I'm trying to think like more hacks. I don't know.
I want to start a YouTube channel. Where should they start?
Yeah, that's great. Here's the thing. I started researching like 100 hours of videos on how to start a YouTube channel, and YouTube's the best for those how-tos. You can find how-to anything on there. It's awesome.
It's getting better too, right? Because it used to not be. I feel like you would spend all your time on YouTube trying to learn something. You're like, okay, I need to go buy a paid subscription to learn this because this isn't happening, right? So it's gotten better.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
For free, you can like very quickly research how to start a YouTube channel, especially the kind you would want to start. You know, if it's a vlog channel, you do have to stick to a niche. They want you to like really get specific. If it's a podcast channel, that's what it is. If it's a movie channel, that's what it is. If it's a vlog. But the advice I would give is don't spend too long planning and thinking about it and not doing. Because I spent a month like researching how to do it. And I shot my first one and it took me a month to edit it. And then it took me another few weeks to get up the courage to even post it. And then by the time I was able to post my second one, it was like another 3 weeks had gone by. So it was just like nothing could have prepared me for actually I just needed to do it, you know?
Yep.
At a certain point, I thought that thinking about it and researching it was going to, you know, stop me from like all these growing pains. And it's just not true. Yep. It's completely not true. Starting the channel was when I realized I don't have the right laptop. You know, the MacBook Air was screaming at me.
All the computer specs start to matter, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, cool. You have to record the movie along with you because there's no way to source it later.
Right.
And you really want to be able to sync it up, and just all the mistakes that I made. I wouldn't have known them if I didn't just do it. Right. There was no way.
Yeah, there's a learning curve, right?
Yeah. So you got to just do it and understand that it took me, 2 months to post my first one and 3 weeks to post my second one. And then each time, the time between got less and less, and I got more confident. Yep.
So how do you get so many followers?
The followers, I hate to say it, but at a certain point, you don't even have to worry about it. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The YouTube algorithm sort of just takes over. And as long as you're listening to your audience and doing, roughly what they want to see from you, while maintaining your own, integrity, it takes care of itself. It's pretty weird. I have the coolest screen grabs of my specs when I first started, and it would be like 100 subscribers. And I was like, oh. And then it'd be like 130. And I remember I would just take screen grabs constantly.
Right.
And then at a certain point, when it just hits, like when that one video pops off, the subscribers just come in and you don't even have to think about it. And now I can grow 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers a month with just my normal posting schedule.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I know it's not what anybody wants to hear because it's not what I wanted to hear at the time when I started. But the truth is, don't worry about it.
Yep. Okay.
Which is horrible.
And so what I think about is, people say, I want to start a YouTube channel. I'm getting all these followers. Great. But now you have a job of responding to everyone that leaves a comment. Your job has just changed. You have a YouTube management job now.
Yeah.
Right? Like that changes. That's a game changer. You didn't expect that probably, right?
No, it's been interesting. It ebbs and flows with me responding to comments. Early on, you're so psyched. You're just so psyched for every comment that's not your mom. You're like, oh my God.
Right.
So I am responding to everybody and I'm reading everything. And, I remember some of my first videos to actually get some really solid views. It invites a lot of criticism. And soon enough, you realize, it's tough. It's like tough to read negative comments in general. And it's like even harder when you care about the thing. But so I've come a really long way with kind of commenting back, but not allowing it to, rule my day. Yeah. Because I used to get in some pretty negative headspaces, to be honest with you.
Well, I think of celebrities, like, out there on social media, all those things, like what they have to deal with. So this is just getting you ready for your celebrity moment whenever you.
It's getting me ready for the big times.
Yep, for the Emmys.
Yeah, right. Award show. I'm checking my. We're good.
Anything else? What do you think? Anything else you want to add?
What are people curious about? I mean, with YouTube, it's like on the outside, when I was on the outside and hadn't started my channel, it just seemed so impossible. It really seemed impossible. And it was like, it's not impossible. It's actually, it really is a matter of consistency. And that's another lesson that, I didn't make that up. It's true. It's true across the board with everything. If you like if you stick with your content and you get better each video and you are very consistent with it, it's time. It's just time, and you're going to pop off, and it's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. I'm saying it to camera.
She says, yeah, it's on the internet. It's going to happen. So it will.
I put it on the internet. So that means it's happening. It's going to happen. It's an inevitability. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you can stick with it, it happens.
I have an opinion on this. What do you, is YouTube dying? Where do you see YouTube right now? Do you think that it's just getting started?
YouTube was the only thing that carried some people through the whole pandemic. Yeah. Through those lockdowns. YouTube popped off during the pandemic. People were looking for connection. And I saw it firsthand. I was in the trenches. People were dying to go to the movies with their friends. They were dying to watch movies, with others. And I became that thing for them. It feels weird to say, but it's completely true, because many people have told me this. And YouTube is just, it's going to be here.
I feel like it's just starting to take off still.
It's connection. Like, people love it. It's awesome. And it's cool. It's one of the only social medias with it's a search engine. It's like Google. Yeah. The other social medias have an algorithm. Great. They shop the content to you. YouTube has an algorithm, sure. But at the end of the day, it's a search engine. Mm-hmm. And that's really cool. Someone looking for your exact thing can type, any search terms in the bar and get your video. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add?
I'm trying to think. No, Ryan, I just want to be...
Sorry, Ryan, you got any questions for her?
Yeah, Ryan, ask me some questions.
When are you going to react to City Slickers?
When are you going to react to City Slickers, he said?
Okay, so I'll write it down because I like you guys. So...
It's a comedy with heart.
It's a comedy with heart, he said. I don't know if
City Slickers.
And it's an Oscar winner.
Yep, we won an Oscar.
Oh, Oscar winner. Yeah,
you've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
And it's Ryan's favorite movie, right, Ryan?
No, it's up there in top 10, though.
It's in his top 10.
Ryan's top 10. I'm going to write it down. What's your top one,
Ryan?
Back to the Future.
Those are good. Back to the Future. You can't beat that.
That's where I saw you first, was your Back to the Future.
Yeah, Back to the Future changed my life on the channel.
Did you hear him? He said that's where he first saw you, was your Back to the Future.
Was that was his the first video Ryan caught me on?
That's when you caught his eye and you had to subscribe.
I'm glad. I'm so glad. Back to the Future was super cool. Yeah. Amazing experience. I will say I had some insecurities about certain movies that I have and haven't seen before. People are like, how can you consider yourself an expert? First of all, I don't. Second of all, I'm so thankful that I got to see some of these movies for the first time kind of publicly. It's awesome. Yeah. It's so cool. Yeah. It gives people the feeling that they felt when they first saw their favorite. And I'm obsessed with that.
You're going to be like a grandma one day and you'll be like, let me take you to my YouTube channel. Check this out. It's still indexed.
Imagine. That'd be cool.
I just love it. Granny's YouTube channel, right? Who is that lady? That's you?
You're tripping me out right now because we already have so much more record of us than my grandparents did. So it's trippy. It's definitely trippy.
Yeah, that's going to be funny. You'll probably look like your great-great-granddaughter. She'll look exactly the same as you. And you're like, oh, no, this is her YouTube.
That's awesome. That's a good visual. Yeah. I love it.
Awesome. Well, subscribe, Behind the Unicorn, share, like, comment, ring the bell. Thank you to Allied Medical Marketing And thank you to Shanelle. Really do appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, meeting with us, doing this meeting, sharing everything with our audience. And I look forward to seeing you on the big screen.
Oh, thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just appreciate it. I appreciate having the outlet to talk to you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. We'll give you a digital high five.
Digital high five.
Ow.
Unite. Ah, you're so strong. That was fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.